A question I often get from women, a question you probably get from some girlfriends, and a question you may have as well when you really like a guy is, well, I really want to know how he feels about me. I want to know that because maybe he says he loves me, but then he did that other thing and that actually makes me doubt it. Or maybe I heard him talking to a friend and that made me doubt his feelings for me. So, does he have feelings for me and how big are they? Well, that's actually a huge trap that can potentially hurt your love life. So let's talk about it. If you don't know me yet, I'm an author. I write books about dating and relationships for women. I also write about other topics like our emotions and emotional intelligence. My real name is Geert. What? That's why I also use the pen name Brian Knox. And let's start with why all of this is such a trap. There are two big reasons. First, his feelings for you are obviously important, but should not be that important. The real question is, how does he treat you? How does he make you feel in that relationship? That's the feeling you have to live with day in and day out for the rest of that relationship. So that's the feeling that should perhaps matter more than his feelings for you, right? Because a man could say, oh, I have so many feelings for you. I never felt what I feel for you for any woman I have ever dated or ever had a relationship with. You are the most important woman on the planet to me. I think about you all the time. Wow, that's good news, right? Well, it depends. If this is coming from a serial killer, or a narcissist, or even a really immature guy, then the way you will feel in that relationship will probably be comparable to what a dolphin would feel like in the desert. So not good. They don't live there for a reason. It's, in my opinion, only good news if these words are coming from a man that makes you feel happy, safe, relaxed, secure, understood, seen, respected, and so on in that relationship, right? Those are the feelings that actually matter. And there's a second reason why you shouldn't put too much importance on how he feels about you. It can become an addiction. Picture a sweet but a little bit insecure woman who's dating a man and it's almost a relationship and he says, I really like you. Wow, she feels awesome. It truly feels like heaven to her. Then the other day she hears one of his friends say that he always preferred blondes before he started dating her. Cool. But she's a brunette. Uh-oh. It no longer feels like heaven now. So how does he really feel about me then? Because I'm clearly not his type. At this moment, she cannot get this out of her mind. She feels like that dolphin in the desert again. She will probably feel bad until she has a talk with him where he confirms he likes the fact that she's a brunette, which he luckily says, I think you look great and I love your hair. Ah, feels like heaven again. But he wasn't done yet and continues, it's just that I indeed had a natural tendency to fall for blondes for some reason before I met you. So that's why all my exes were blondes. Okay, well, thank you for sharing, but there goes heaven again. She's on an emotional roller coaster here, and this relationship clearly will not feel good. But why? He's not doing anything wrong here in this example. It's because she's looking for reassurance and she wants it to come from him. So every time he reassures her, she gets a nice cocktail of dopamine and other fantastic neurotransmitters that truly feel like heaven. But they don't last, and so all of this becomes an addiction. And before she knows it, she's hooked to his reassurance. This means that he now has all the power in this relationship. He will have to keep confirming and reconfirming that he has feelings for her and that she's awesome and so on. And this is an emotional roller coaster of her own making. So is there a solution then? Yes, there is. One of the many things that she can do is learn to trust her destiny. As we go through life, the people that don't love us will be replaced by people that do. So when a man is the right guy for you, there's almost nothing that will be able to stop him. That's what makes him the right guy. He wants to be in your life. His feelings for you will consistently be present. He will generally want to treat you really well and make you happy. And he will make mistakes, but he will have good intentions at all times. So we don't look for reassurance, but we decide, okay, if this relationship is meant to be, then it will be and continue to be. And we surrender to the process. Plus, you can see the answer to the question. What is he doing to give you feelings? Is he trying to give you good feelings? If a man sees a future with a woman, he will treat her well. It's that simple. If we humans see a future with someone, or even something, like a beautiful watch or a special pet, we will treat it well. We don't want it to break or to feel bad or to not last. So when our mind wants to know how someone feels about us and starts to obsess about this, maybe we shouldn't even search for an answer. If we ever sense that we wonder about someone's feelings for us out of insecurity or not feeling enough, we have to reassure ourselves. Because otherwise we're like a dog running after its own tail, and that's a game we cannot possibly ever win. You love me? You have feelings for me? How many? Like this? Like that? Like this? Oh, awesome. Thank you. I can relax now. Say, quick question. Do you still love me? Just to be sure. I know you just recently said it, but I texted you and it took you like 43 minutes to reply. 43 minutes. I mean, if you really loved me, then I'm not needy, but anything above 25 minutes, that cannot possibly be a good sign, right? Feeding our insecurities is never a good idea. It only makes us even more insecure and more addicted to that reassurance. So bottom lining, as I call it, is often the solution then. You look at the facts, the sum of it all. In this case, this means that you try to be your normal self while being in a relationship with him, and the right guy for you will love you being you. He will generally treat you well. You will feel good and secure in that relationship. That's the bottom line. Because even if you don't feel good at first, if you, for example, feel a little bit insecure, then the right guy for you will learn how to get better at making you feel secure. If the both of you communicate, that is. The wrong guy for you will not make you feel good and will not even try to change that, thus proving that he's the wrong guy, of course. So instead of wondering about things like, how does he feel about me? Am I his type? Where's this relationship going? A better question may be, how is he making me feel in this relationship? How important are my feelings to him? Does he run over them with a bulldozer as if they are nothing? If I feel bad, does he then say things like, well, you shouldn't feel that way? Or is he trying to understand my feelings, even though that's probably hard for him and perhaps even more complex than rocket science? As a man, I can confirm it sometimes is. Instead of wondering about things you cannot see, like how does he feel about me, try to focus on the things you can see. Like, is he trying? Is he working on this relationship? Do I see him putting in efforts? If I, for example, show him one of my boundaries, how does he treat that boundary from then on? Has it become a wall? Or does it still look like an invisible line he happily runs over whenever he feels like it? And that actually makes me think of a weird comparison that proves my point. A friend got a dog a little over 2 years ago, a male English Cocker Spaniel, beautiful dog, loves my friend very, very, very much, but doesn't care about her boundaries at all. So even after 2 years and a lot of evidently imperfect training and a ton of yelled commands like, no, don't do that, give that back, he still keeps destroying her favorite shoes, toys from the kids, plants in the garden, whatever he can find. But he loves her very, very, very much. He has a lot of feelings for her. Seriously, you should see his energetic happiness every time she arrives home. She, however, is a little bit less energetic then and mostly wonders about what he destroyed this time. Even though he has a lot of feelings for her, her boundaries mean absolutely nothing to him. Whether she asks nicely, yells, threatens to never ever take him for a walk ever again, doesn't seem to matter. So, how happy someone is to be with us or how many feelings someone has for us may not be as important as how someone treats us and how someone makes us feel in that relationship. That was the moral of the story, the main message of this video. I'm curious to find out what you think, so do let me know in the comments. If you want more, the deeper stuff, then you can find that on brianknox.com or in my books. They are on Amazon. You can simply type my pen name, Brian Knox, in the search box over there. And I want to thank you for still being here at the very end of this video. I love it when you do that and I hope to see you in another one.